I know people out there are going to see the thumbnail and then expect me to have this long wind-up to revealing this thing, which doesn't even properly fit on frame. And I don't really have a build-up to this, because I say this with absolutely no hyperbole. I want this blaster. I want this. I want this, John. I will buy it off you if I have to. I can't have another one made. I want this one. Because unfortunately, John and I have like the same sized hands. Mine are a little bit pudgier, but we have the same sized hands. And so when John builds something that's comfortable for him, and as eclectic as this thing, it also fits me. And this thing is rad. I don't really have another way to describe it, because this is the Maelstrom Mark II, or the Jankstrike Part 2, or I'm just going to call it the Star Build Maelstrom, because it is everything that he had before, the same exact mag strike with some new stuff added, and he still has the shotgun, but it's in a different position, and it's all mounted prettily with this, and there's this nice arm guard from a Super Soaker. But on the other side, there's 2 breech-loaded pistols. The cool thing, you haven't even seen the cool thing, you can't really see it, but in this whole grip area is like a saxophone amount of trigger spring catch things. You can operate every single one of these blasters from one grip, as long as they're primed. I don't even really know how to, show this, but I don't know which trigger does what, so I'm just going to pull all of them. And I think that fired, oh, it didn't fire the bottom one. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, they hit hard. He perfected it. He perfected the Jankstrike. He said any blaster can be a Jankstrike as long as it's an amalgamation that the core body is made up of a Magstrike. And of course, as per usual, John is not here because, unlike me, he actually has things to do and people that care about him. And
do we know what her name is?
and
Anna Kendrick's sister.
And yet here I am playing with his blaster that he hasn't even finished. But I love it, and he asked me to make a video on it, and I was very enthusiastic to do so. Every single piece that you see in front of you is completely custom and done with no kind of any planning whatsoever. It's just bolts and epoxy putty and insanity, and all the triggers are connected. I can't even show you inside the grip because it's not possible to show it because it's just so cramped in there, and yet because I have the same sized hand, it fits me like a glove. And I want this. I guess I should talk about what blasters are on it. I mean, there's a rough cut up here. It works just like a normal rough cut. You can prime it, slam fire, do all that kind of thing, as long as you're holding down the trigger, which, again, I didn't build this, so I don't even know what trigger inside this grip does what. Then, of course, here's your Magstrike, and here's his custom Magstrike pump, which uses the grip of the sharp fire that's right here. And these are, of course, brass breeched and with K26 and the like already installed in them. The Magstrike, I don't think anything's done to that except for his crazy magazine mods that he does. And then, of course, there's a Switch Shot EX3 as another sniper option. So it's 2 sniper rifles, a shotgun, and an SMG built into what looks like either a Keyblade or a wrist sword. Normally I try to make my videos kind of long, but I don't know what else to say about this thing.
I know a few things. He used the Switch Shot so that he could, in fact, make different Switch Shot attachments that you could just pop out and put in a different one.
So if he wants to have different Switch Shots to fire with this thing, he just undo the Switch Shot as per usual and put in a different one. Maybe one will shoot rockets, maybe one will shoot megas. It's all up to his insane mind. It's just epoxy putty in a tube, and this is just epoxy putty and all this crazy. I'm in love. I don't know if I'm in love with John or if I'm in love with this blaster. Maybe both. I was going to get to the flashlight because it does have one secret which was just ruined. There's a flashlight on it. Because of course it has a flashlight on it. It's got everything else. And he was even trying to put a Tetrastrike, which is a shotgun pistol made by Busby, just suicidally hot glue it onto the side of this thing. I'm jealous. I legitimately could never make anything this beautiful, this amazing, this absolute ingenious. I love it. I want it. And this is my proposal to John. I will have it. Somehow. I don't care what it will cost me. I would do it because I love this thing. It really needs to have a sword on it. That's the only thing it's missing. It's like a wrist blade already. It is very heavy, but they put a bayonet on this thing and jab people.
We could put a deployable blade on that.
Oh, a folding blade on it, right? Oh, yeah. I've never been such an idiot on a camera. But when you see something like this, and I know a lot of you are like, that's garbage! What are you doing?
It does need a paint job, I'll give it that.
As soon as you just spray this thing down with paint, it will look like the coolest freaking thing that has ever been brought into this world. I just made the Chimera Strike. And I don't know how long he's been working on this. About a week. It took me 3 or 4 months to build the Chimera Strike. I like this more. Is it my favorite mod ever? It's freaking up there. It's definitely not the best integration, because that's the Hellhound. And I really like the Saxby Z. Maybe this is just my favorite insanity. It's the... I'm going to call it the Star Build Maelstrom, or the Star Build Jankstrike. I want Star Build Jankstrike. There we go. The Star Build Jankstrike. By John, who's not even here to show off his own blaster. But I'm Walcom S7. Thank you very much for watching this video, and of course I hope to see you in an entirely different one. And around here, it usually is something entirely different. I don't want to put it down. I'm just going to take it home and screw it. He can't stop me. He's not even here. I don't even think the guy knows where I live. He's been there once or twice, but he can't do anything.